Well, well. Huh? Hello? Moomin troll? No, this is a fire spirit. Say hello, why don't you? What? She is made of fire. I rescued her from a mountain stream. She was grateful. But then she wanted me to take her home, and I had to tell her. Even though it's true we raise ourselves up by lifting others, in this case, I'd also get a pair of burnt paws for my trouble. And that's when she gave me a bottle of underground sun oil. Fire spirits use it to rub onto themselves when they go right down into the burning heart of the earth. Right. Unfortunately, I've used it all up, which is a shame. It would have been useful. Especially with a trip to the volcano ahead of me. I made a promise to take her home. That's why I came back to the tree line. Or you could look after my fire spirit for me. She's very dangerous, aren't you, eh? All the more reason to get your stilts on. With our extra long strides, we can take the fire spirit home and still be back in time for tea. You'll soon get the hang of it. Go! 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 Okay, troop. We'll be striding north from here, making our approach to the peak of the volcano from the south moraine at approximately midday. Any questions? It's always worth doing a good turn. You never know when you need someone to do one for you. Come on. You're home now. Off you go. Oh, there are more. The only difference is bees don't cause volcanic eruptions. What? Almost certainly. Troll, we really need to... Sounds like somewhere wet.
Yeah.
The adventure! They are? All ready to cast off. Hold fast. Surf's up. Those aren't rocks. Kindness spreads like wildfire. We just struck the match.
You've had so much fun, but I want to go home.
Troll? If that's for me, I've got bad news. I'm packed. It's what happens when you let your hobby become your job. Duty is being made to do what you don't want to. Well, say someone upset Mrs. Fillion can cause a domino effect of trouble. Much like the trouble you've just described to me. Then that someone's duty will be to face her and try to set matters straight. Exactly. Heard you were leaving. Good luck with the siblings, little Mai.
See.
You sure you're quite ready for this hike? We're almost at the top. And when we get there, we must make a pile of stones to show we were first. Or maybe there's another reason. Someone has been here before us. And there's only one way to find out who. You can stay there if you prefer, Sniff. Whoever made that trail covered their tracks well enough from here. Unusual hat. No. Much too new for me. Ask me, we should take it forth from this place, cast it into the depths of the volcano and watch it burn as the lava devours its accursed textiles. He's still very young. Yip. No. Keep it here, keep it safe. I need to look into something. Besides, you'll need it to tidy your room. If it's about that hat, I'm sure I will. Just take a look at the water. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I'd say it's raspberry juice. That's how. Bit careless of Moomin Papa to throw it in the river like that. Here, this walking stick has an attachment for retrieving your top hat from the river. Hold it by the crown. I've been looking into this hat. Trouble. Come on, I'll tell you all about it. At the end of the world, there lies a mountain so high, it makes you dizzy to even think about it. And high up on the peak stands the house of the hobgoblin. So the hobgoblin can make a quick exit. Now try not to interrupt. Every night the hobgoblin travels far and wide. some? The legend has it he will never be content until he finds the King's Ruby. The largest, most dazzling jewel in the entire universe. They say his endless search has even taken him to the moon. He wants to possess it. There is a difference. Because the hobgoblin used to wear a large purple magical hat. It's a long way from the moon to moominvalley. But if he does, I'm sure you'll know what to do. I have a plan. But it's a lonely one. Yes. But on the first day of spring, I'll be here again, whistling under your window. A year goes by so quickly. So long. Psst, Moomin Troll. Over here. Shh. Look. A miracle of nature. A few weeks ago, that cuckoo which just flew past you laid its egg in another bird's nest. Right. And the cuckoo chick makes sure it's the first. Then, one by one, it pushes the other eggs out of the nest. Don't be sad. It's just the way things are. Look after yourself, Moomin Troll. Well, well. Here's a pretty picture. Am I imagining this as well? Actually? Wait, didn't Moomin Troll want to go on the adventure with you? After what happened? Moomin Troll. It's a bit early in the year for hibernating. Gone away. They'll be back soon enough. And Moomin Troll will have left a note somewhere telling me when. They never lock their doors. Maybe you spoke too soon. What's your name? Well then, Toffle. What brings you to moominvalley? I believe the happy family usually serves coffee or tea in the living room. Especially for those who have never been here before. Looking for Moomin Troll's note. He always leaves one for me. Naturally. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. No. You've been reading about these murky creatures? You'd better run along. Oh, Nomulites. Honestly. Moomin Troll's note! Dear all, I hope you are well. Missed the warning sign hanging on the door. Please do not light the stove. Sleeping ancestor inside. Okay? Well, that's because it's full of people. A Nomulite. Maybe you should stop looking at that old book. I'm going to my tent down by the river. I need to sleep. And so do you. The Nomulites. Oh. Of course they are. And they'll be back for you to see soon enough. Moomin Troll. Where are you? Let me guess. You got up early and no one was around to make you breakfast. Moomin Papa? Moomin Papa's crystal ball. Why don't you run along inside? It's getting colder. You want to be careful not to let things get too big. You should do exactly as the Moomins would do if they were here. Open the door to new guests. Winter. It's a beautiful beast, all right. You really do have quite the imagination. I think it's time we left this house in peace. Somehow the whole of moominvalley had become unreal. The house, the garden, and the river. Nothing but a play of shadows on the white sheet of winter. When it gets like that, it's sometimes hard to know what's real and what's only imagination. So, see you again, Toffle. Yeah, the spring. Of course. Goodbye, Toffle. Oh.